Hi, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Mari Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Morlai and Oputi. Thank you so much for always joining us on this edition of Mari Clinic Live. I would like to all our and all our new subscribers. Thank you. Thank you for always following us, joining us, participating on all our posts. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. So today we are actually supposed to have a special guest on the program, but somehow the internet connection at his end has not been able to work to support the technology that we use. So it's been very difficult connecting with him. However, I will go ahead and talk about this topic today while we host him another time, perhaps when he would be in a better connection, because currently he said he's in the north and somehow the network isn't just working out. We've tried and it's not working. So we're supposed to look at best advice to singles on love and married. Best advice to singles on love and marriage. Now, I want you to know that anything you're going to be hearing today will be the raw truth that you may not have heard anywhere else, or the raw truth that you will rarely find around, that people will really tell you this raw truth. Those are the things we would like to discuss today. And it's going to be in question and answer section. So I'll just read out the questions and I'll also talk about what the answers should be. So, the first one we said, so how do we help singles to understand what true love is at its deepest level and not just being mistaken for sex or sexual activities? Now, I know that from experience, especially our married clinic, the issues we get on a daily basis, I could tell that quite a number of people, they mistaken love for sex. Like they believe that, oh, if we are boyfriend and girlfriend, or we are two people dating, that the way I know that you love me, because I hear quite a number of singles saying, oh, he loves me so much, I love him so much. Now, what they term as love is actually, oh, we engage in sexual activities a lot, and they take that as love. Now, I want you to know that no, that is not love at its deepest level. As a matter of fact, see, all these sexual activities, I give you 3 years, 4 years, max 5 years, they will begin to wear out. Now, the one of the ways through which you will know someone that truly love you at the deepest level is that they are willing and able to face life challenges with you head on. They are willing and able to take the risk to face life challenges with you. Now, when you are dating someone or you claim that you love this person or that person loves you, but each time you are having challenges or you are in a difficult situation, they cannot come to your aid, they cannot come to your rescue skill, then I'm telling you that person doesn't love you. There is no love there. All they want is, oh, your bodily satisfaction. Like they just want you to use your body to satisfy their needs, but they are not ready to commit to you in any way. So they are not ready to face life challenges with you. And that is paramount. You know why? Because whatever desire you have for marriage, you are going to be doing marriage within the context of life itself. You know, you are going to be doing marriage within life. So life is going to happen. It's going to happen to you, even in that marriage, and that love will be tested. Now, when life happens and you have someone that doesn't truly love you, I tell you, they will become like fair weather um persons that will leave you. They will leave you when you needed them most. and they will leave you when you least expect it. These people are not ready. They don't see you as someone they should give their all to, or they should make heavy sacrifices for. And I tell you, if you are going to go into marriage for a long time, I mean for a long term, making sacrifices, helping the other person to face life together are part of the things you would use to know whether this person truly loves you or not. Now, Valentine is around the corner. Many people will be like, well, Valentine is to exchange flowers, perfume, this, that, that, that. Some even go as far as sleeping together during Valentine, and they do all sorts. Now, I want you to know that all those things are just the ceremonial aspect of it. But the true love behind Valentine is the kind of love that heals, is the kind of love that salvages, that saves. It's not a destructive love. It's not a love that steals from you, that steals your dignity, that plunders your body, or that reduces you, to a sex object. No, that is not the kind of love that even the Valentine we are all celebrating depict. Now, so that tells us that if you want to know who truly loves you at the deepest level, see, you can easily know, you can tell how they are willing and ready to face life together with you. They are willing and ready to face life together. Whatever challenges come your way, they take it as their own challenge, and they are willing to solve it, to face it, to do anything, including sacrificing their own resources to solve the problem. They are willing to go all out to see that you are fine and that you are happy. So that is love at the deepest level. And communication between the both of you will not be a difficult thing. It will be easy to communicate your fears with that person, to communicate, your doubts, your worries, the things that are bothering you, the things that you fear. You will easily communicate with that person, and such a person will be able to allay all those fears, not only by talking, by saying, oh, don't worry. He or she will do something about it to allay your fears and give you a level of comfort or a level of assurance that you yourself will know within that, okay, I'm on the right track. But when you can't get this assurance, when you can't get this, when he or she is not helping to clarify your doubt, and the doubt and the fear is still there, you should know that this is a red flag, that this will not take you anywhere. So the second question we were meant to look at says, so how will a single lady or a single man know if he or she is being deceived, or if this is the right partner that I need to settle for? Now, I tell you, when singles see those who are married, they always wish and pray that, oh, how I wish I'm married too. But I tell you, some of the people who are married are also wishing that they were single, or they are still single, because some of them have been through a lot in the marriage that they are like, this is not really worth it. Now, so how will you know if this person is deceiving me, or if this person is Mr. Right? Now, see, deception is real. Even the person deceiving you may not know that he or she is deceiving you, but they just pretend. I mean, they don't show you everything, they don't disclose, everything about themselves to you. You don't know their true identity. They have, double personalities. Today, when they are with you, they are this kind of person. When they are alone in their own closet, they are another kind of person that you have no idea that they could be that kind of person. I mean, they hide a lot of information from you. You yourself will be confused at what they do. You yourself, you will be confused. Now, some of us, because we are in love, we find it difficult to objectively assess our relationship with someone who is deceiving us, because you yourself, something is telling you within your heart that, this thing is not adding up. What he or she is telling me is not adding up. This doesn't look right. You are always confused. You are always confused, you are withdrawn. But when the person comes again to cook up some other lies, to you, you would all of a sudden forget about the fact that you were once confused about what they did to you yesterday, and you just overlook it again. You gloss over it as if nothing really happened. And before you know it, you will fall, you know, for that person, and you will go into marriage with the wrong person. Now, when you are being deceived, you can easily tell, because even your own mind will be telling you that something is not right here. This thing is not adding up. It will not gel or agree even with your own spirit man, because your spirit man will be, it will be unsettled. Your heart and mind will be confused. There won't be clarity as to where this will be taking you. You yourself, when you try to add it up, it's not adding up. That is when you should know that, no, this person is not for me. But I tell you, if you want to know who Mr. Right or Miss Right is, when you give it time, over time, it will be making sense. You will grab, things will be happening in that relationship that will be telling you or convincing you that, this is him or this is her. But when you are not seeing events that can convince you, I tell you, you may be working with a wolf in sheep clothing. So you want to be careful. You want to pay attention to details when you are dating someone or you're in courtship. See, I tell you, engaging in sexual activity should not be your priority when you are dating or courting, because what that does is it becloud your senses to be able to take objective decision. When both of you start to sleep together, you can't see clearly. You can't even identify what a red flag is. And when you are able to identify it, you will brush it aside. Why? Because you are already partaking of, you know, the things that you should not be doing, as singles. So another question is, so is it okay to continue to tag along with someone even though deep down in your heart you know that you are not going to marry this person, or this person is not going to marry you? Now, is it okay to keep tagging along, playing along with someone as if, both of us are dating or both of us are going to get married? Meanwhile, deep down in your heart, you know that you are not going to marry this person, or this person knows that they are not going to settle for you. So I call those kind of people umbrella boyfriend or umbrella fiancé. They are just around your life like an umbrella. They are following you about, tagging along with you. They are wasting your time wasters. But deep down in their heart, they know that, when they are going to settle down to choose a wife, you cannot be the one. Now, we have a lot of them around, even on our campuses, in different places. They will just be leading you on, making you feel like, oh, don't worry, this is going to lead somewhere. Meanwhile, actually, they know deep down that they are just in it for the benefit they are deriving or getting from you. So when you notice that, I mean, from even day one, you should be asking yourself, is this going to lead me anywhere? If you know that it won't lead you anywhere, would I be able to say that I can marry this person eventually? If your goal is not marriage, see, there is no point deceiving another person. There's no point tagging along. You need to let the person know that, oh, you know what, we can be friends, but don't lead them on for them. Don't make false promises to them. Don't give them false hope and make them think that, oh, you are going to be settling down with them just for you to break their heart along the line by showing up with another lady or another woman or with another man. No, when you do things like that, you are sowing bad seeds. Yeah, you're sowing bad seeds. And karma is not a respecter of persons. Somehow you will reap what you are sowing. So you don't want to do that. There's no point tagging along. There's no point playing along. There's no point being an umbrella around someone that you know that I'm not going to get married to this person. So please let them go, let them be. No time to waste time. Another question is, so let's talk about red flags. What red flags should singles look out for when dating or in courtship? See, one of the red flag that will really test whether this person can make a lasting life partner. One of them is in the area of finances. Yes, in the area of finances, you know why? Because see, as you are waking up, there are bills to be paid, there are needs to be met financially. As you are waking up, the food you are going to eat is money you will use to buy. To be able to move from one point, from your house to your workplace, your business place, from your for your kids to be able to move from the house to school, is transport. It will involve transportation, and is money you will use for it. It's not love or sex that will pay for those things. It's money. So one of the ways you will first of all know who can who can be truly a partner to you for a long time is their attitude towards finances. If they are the type that have entitlement mentality, they claim right when it comes to finances. Oh, I mean, he should take 100% responsibility for my financial life, or oh, she should take 100% responsibility for my financial life. You should know that there's going to be problem. You know why? Because the burden will always be too much. The financial burden will always be too much for one person to carry alone. It's not designed for one person to carry the all the burdens, whether financial or all the burdens in marriage. It's not designed for one person to carry it alone. And that is why it's being said that two are better than one. Two are always better than one. Two are always better than one. So if your own two is not better, then there is no point. So you should always ask yourself that this person, even as we are courting, we are dating, what is their attitude towards money? Are they willing to share out of what they have, or they audit or they hide their financial information or their financial life away from you, but meanwhile their parents, siblings, they know everything about their financial life, but you are clueless to their financial life. You don't know anything happening in that area. When it's time to pay for things, to buy things, they make you use your money, meanwhile they keep their own. You should be sensing that hey, there is going to be fire on the mountain, that you will be the one to carry all the load and the burdens alone. Now another way to know red flags is, what is this person interest in me? You want to ask yourself, so is this person interested in me because of my body? Is this person interested in me because I have a good job? You should ask yourself all those questions, because if this person is only interested in me because you have a good paying job, the question is, when the job goes, when the job leaves you, would this person still be interested in me? Would this interest in me continue? You want to test all of that. Now, if they are interested in you just for the sexual activity or the sexual involvement, I tell you, your body cannot be like that for life. By the time you start losing shape, would they still be interested in you? Now, those are the questions you need to be asking yourself. Those are the things you need to find out before you know whether this person, is a no-no, is a red flag, or is someone I should give a chance. So another thing is, so those in marriage will tell the singles that don't think every day in marriage will be filled with super lovey-dovey romantic feelings. They will tell the singles like that. I don't think, oh, every day in marriage will be filled with super lovey-dovey feelings, because there are days in the marriage that no super lovey-dovey feelings. You just choose to love. But the singles, when you tell them this, they don't believe it. They believe that, oh, every day will be a romantic day. Yes, it's possible. But I tell you, there will be some days that Even the kids, the stress coming from the children alone will not make both of you see each other, or you won't even remember that you have a spouse or anything. Or when life challenges start to throw that at you, you won't even remember anything lovey-dovey. So you need to be prepared for those times. You want to also check this person. Okay, so when it's not the romantic lovey-dovey um season, how do they behave? Do they still treat you in a special way, or during those season when you don't give them sex or you don't show any kind of romantic gestures towards them, do they still treat you right? Or that's when they will shout at you, get angry, throw things at you, throw tantrums, talk down at you, say things to you that they've never said before? You want to check out all those things, because I tell you, most people will behave well when they need something from you. The moment they think they are not getting anything from you, they are going to treat you like trash. That is the honest truth. So you want to check out all these things before you make up your mind on who to settle for. So another thing is the role of communication in courtship. Singles, please, because when we hear of some cases, some things that happen in people's marriages, you'll be asking that, so what were you guys discussing during courtship? Because someone will say, oh, the only thing causing our fight is money for food. So the question is, when you both were dating, were this not discussed? Were this not, ironed out? Were this not discussed and agreed? So what communication will help you achieve is to avoid surprises in marriage. It will help you to avoid surprises in marriage, because when you have talked about it, when you have discussed about it, then there won't be so much surprises in the marriage, except the person is an erratic person, or the person is characterized by mental disability, mental disorderliness, or some sort of behavioral disorder. Then we don't expect a sane mind to just be behaving erratically. So if we have discussed and agreed before we went into the marriage that, oh, this is how we want these things to be done, then I expect that when we get into the marriage, it should be done that way. I mean, we should be men and women that will keep to our words. We shouldn't say one thing now, and tomorrow you say, oh, no, it's no longer like that. I mean, then no one will find you reliable. Everyone will not believe you when you say something to them. They will say, oh, I can't trust him, I can't trust her, and they will start to look elsewhere. So I another question is discussion on finances. I said that earlier, that it's very important, because finances is one of the things that are breaking marriages these days, causing divorce, because someone will be like, oh, he doesn't care for me, she doesn't care for me, no care, no this, no that. And some women are heavily dependent on their men. And the truth is, some of these men are still struggling. They are still struggling. Some of them cannot even fend for themselves. So the question is, this person I'm going to go in with, it's okay for him not to be the rich, wealthy man, but with what he has, can he can he be productive economically even with what he has? Is he hardworking? Is he an idle mind, or is she an idle mind? Is she someone who is enterprising, who is industrious, who knows what to do to make money? Or is this the kind of person that when I'm not there, he or she will suffer, my kids will suffer in their hands? You want to ask all these questions, because see, we cannot brush aside or brush under the carpet the issue of finances. Is very, very paramount. As a matter of fact, it causes a lot of bone of contention between couples and in home. So you want to discuss that, you want to resolve it very well. So Valentine is here. We know that some singles will see it, oh, an opportunity to, oh, let me just hang out with my Valentine. Some will even fall for cheap sex. Some they sleep around. For me, I'm like, this is not the kind of love that Valentine represents, because the kind of love that Valentine represents is a dignifying love. It's a love that suits people's heart, that suits wounds, that heals, that salvages. It is the kind of love that saves, not the kind of love that destroys you, that plunders you, reduces you to a sex object. No. So please, as we go ahead tomorrow to doing Valentine, please let's have it at the back of our mind that Valentine is not about sex. It's about love and true love. It's about making sacrifices. It's about giving. It's about loving truly. Because if you truly love, you will face life challenges together with that person. But when they are going through life challenges and you exonerate yourself, you abscond and you're nowhere to be found. I tell you, your love is not real. It's not the deep, deep, deep kind of love that would last, that will support a lasting marriage. So please check it out very well before you settle down with anyone. When it comes to marriage, marriage is designed to be for long term. And that is why you cannot take that decision very lightly. You can't take that decision based on your involvement in sexual activity with that person. No, there is a lot more. There is a lot more. You want to check their behavior, their character. You want to check how they talk to you, whether they respect you. You want to check a lot of things. Are they open minded? Are they transparent? Or is the type that will hide things away from you and spring up surprises later? You want to check all those things. And please let us not forget that as we lay our beds, so we will lie on it. So please let's do our background check very well. Let's be patient. Let's give it time. Over time, things will evolve that will help you to know whether you're on course or you are doing the wrong thing. And like our guest that we were supposed to bring up today, he said something once, and he said that you should always ask yourself that if this man were to be a vehicle, or this woman were to be a vehicle that I'm going to be boarding, would they take me to my desired destination, or would they drive me into the bush? Will this man help me get to my desired destination? Will this woman help me get to my desired destination? Or this person will be a total or a complete distraction in my life that they will drive me into the bush and I will lose my focus, I will lose my bearing completely. You want to ask yourself all these questions, because as you are able to reflect and answer this question, you will know in your heart of heart whether this is the one or not. So I'd like to stop here now. I hope I've said a lot. Hopefully, we'll be bringing up Mr. Olalekan Oyekan another time. I want to believe that very soon we will have the opportunity to bring him again, because he has a lot to tell us. So hopefully he will be with us another time. So thank you so much for joining us today. If you are yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please kindly do so. Hit the subscribe button. I remain your host, Malaya and Oputen. I say till we meet again. Bye bye.